A new way to do email. We're going to talk about that next.
It's Geekazine's coverage of TechCrunch Disrupt 2014 in New York City, and it's brought to you by our friends over at Veeam.
Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers from Geekazine here at Disrupt. We're here with them all from a company called Knotable, and this is a different way for, especially because I hate it when you get like those 300. You send an email to like a group of people and say, "Did you get that attachment?" And all you get all these responses, "Yes, sure, I did," and all that other stuff. You got a different way to handle that and collaboration, and why don't you tell us about it?
Yeah, notables for the important stuff you do in email, the notable threads, for example. Because email is insane. Things are completely broken in email, and I think the only thing more insane than email are the people who think they can kill email. I think that's a total mistake. Important stuff starts in email, and what Notable's about is letting you pick it up, lift it out, and get more done with it in a different space, a shared space. So you star a thread, or you click the Notable Chrome extension button, or you just CC Notable on a thread when you reply. And Notable sucks in the whole thread, it parses all the messages, it presents them in this beautiful way, it adds all the people that were on the thread, and they say, hey, Amol's managing this space in Notable now. And then you can do stuff, you can use more than words now, you can reorganize it, you can delete stuff, you can add a vote or a task list, or you can highlight things. You can actually work constructively with it, whereas in email, all you can do is write more words.
Yeah. And then you get like the thread where what they said and what they said, and then you have like the footer where it's got everybody's little exclamation. This cannot be used for something.
Our robot does its best to clean up the thread and get rid of all that garbage, and it also gives users options to stop spewing more garbage. I mean, the little OK reply is the most annoying thing in all of email. The reply all OK. Yeah. So we have a like button, so you can upvote a comment without adding more spam to the conversation, or you can highlight something that you specifically agree with, or you can grab like a sentence from something you wrote and add your commentary and just start a comment thread on one sentence instead of recopying, repasting, redividing, and just adding. There's no structured interactions in email now. Going back and changing email is folly. You're not going to be able to fix this platform that everybody uses. But what you can do is go beyond email.
It's more like you have the social network, you have the email network, and you're kind of putting something right in between there, right?
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, Stowe Boyd, who is one of the geniuses to roam the earth, was just walking by and he took a look at our thing for 2 seconds and he says, "You guys have made social email." Which are not, I would not have said those terms when we started making this thing a year ago. Like, email is already kind of social, I guess. But his point is, all that stuff you do in social apps, you can't do in email until you do it in Notable.
Like a like button.
Yeah.
Now, you can also curate all this stuff, and how does that work?
When you bring a thread into Notable, it turns into a little pad. All the messages are sorted and sitting in a space that you can move them around on. And the whole idea of that is that a lot of the messages that were in the thread, you kind of want to get rid of them, you want to drag them around and reorganize them. You can do stuff that you can do in like Trello or Pinterest. You can do that actually to the messages, which once you start doing it, like reorganizing Post-its on a wall, is the most natural thing in the world. And you think, why was I not able to do this in mail?
So all that stellar dudes type reply emails, you can push down or you can actually remove from there, right?
Yeah, right. So the pad becomes this persistent shared space, and you can remove all the guys that were on it, bring some new guys onto it, and before you bring some new people onto it, you want to clean it up and make it presentable so they can actually read it. You no longer are going to forward a thread to someone that they have to read backwards for 10 minutes and figure out what was going on. You'll be like, hang on, we discussed this yesterday, here's where we came out on it, here's the link, bang, they see the link, they add themselves to Notable instantly, and now they see, okay, here's what we agreed, here's a map, here's a picture, here's the document, whatever.
You know, what's interesting is I got a forum email today. Somebody posted on a specific forum that I'm following, and they asked some questions that got asked like 2 days prior. And if they would have went through all the other stuff, they would have found it. But there's no way to go through it because they would have to actually physically look at it. But going through Knotable, they'd have to go down the line until they got to their message, right?
Yeah, in theory, you're handling lots of inquiries from folks that are your followers and your readers. You'd create a pad for like the FAQs, right? So people would actually have a dialogue with you. You'd star the email. It'd be in Knotable. That link, you could make it public. So the next time someone asks that, or you could post links to it from your blog, people would be able to go into that link, and you'd have a little instant space where people are discussing that issue. They'd ask you questions, you'd get alerts, you'd reply to them. The dream is real, man. Let's do it. Let's make it
That is pretty cool. No, I really like the idea. You have iOS apps right now?
iPhone and Android, you'll be able to use them both. Today you can get the Knotable app from the App Store. You can use the web app, and it works okay on mobile. Our Android app's almost ready, so pretty soon you'll be able to use it, but none of it's really ready. We're announcing the alpha today.
Okay.
The people who this is for, this is not for your mom. This is not for like the annoying guy in accounting. This is truly for like the alpha dogs that want to invent something amazing. Unlike joining a GitHub repo, we're not asking you to write code. We're asking you to write bugs and features that will make this thing the dream you always had. Because we all have this problem. It's such a huge problem, and if we can collaborate to fix this problem, we're going to help everybody else collaborate to fix their own problems.
And if it's easily searchable, then we don't have 500 people asking the same questions.
Yeah, totally.
So you're here at Disrupt. You're here to launch the alpha at Disrupt, or was there other reasons why you're here?
Yeah, we're just here to talk to people who are the alpha dogs of product creation. Like, we're here we're not in the startup battlefield. We're not like demoing or competing. We're just standing at this table and trying to meet the people that come to us and say, I have this problem. And I think there is a community of people who have great intensity, that want to solve this problem, that hate threads, that find email insane, that don't agree with the let's reinvent it and completely destroy it. They want to build this paradise, this like social email paradise, and these are the people we're asking to come join us and help us do it.
Well, the best part you mentioned already was the fact that if you don't want to get off the email threads from hell, you can continue to get that and go from there.
Yeah, like the BlackBerry user, right? Like, no offenses, but when you start moving a thread into Knotable and managing it, not everyone's going to come with you. They're going to still want to get the emails on their BlackBerry and hit reply, and they're oh yeah, I'm coming, no problem, call me, the call me email. Well, that message will pop into the thread, you'll see it, you'll call the dude, you'll hear what he says, and then you'll stick it on the pad for others to consume and digest in a useful way, and you'll delete the call me spam that's on your thread.
Where do people go for more information?
Knotable.com.
So that's Knotable.com. All right, well, Amal, thank you very much for your time.
Pleasure, thank you.
So you created an online startup. That is awesome. But are you using virtual machines to host your files, edit your code, or even create a back-end infrastructure for your new company? If so, do you have a solution to not only back up those machines on a schedule, but also be able to replicate a machine for sandboxing, for expanding your systems, or when your idea even goes viral? Veeam Backup provides 12 powerful features that allow you to make your job easier. You could use the free tool like VeeamZip to compress a backup and put it on a removable drive for emergency rebuilds. Download the Veeam Backup Free Edition and Veeam One Free Edition and try this great software. You can even get a 3-day free trial of Veeam Backup Management Suite. Just head over to geekazine.com/Veeam. That's geekazine.com/VEEAM and get more information. Let's keep that conversation going as well by using the hashtag BackupMyVM. BackupMyVM.